but when did you officially say, I want to direct this?
It's weird. I never did. It snuck up on
Mm.
me, and then film projects, they
Hmm.
would come to me despite me not really wanting to do it.
Yeah.
I just want to act. And then when it happened, I was like, this totally makes sense for my brain.
Ooh, welcome everybody to Casting for Two, the podcast that's always hosted by me, Chris. Welcome everybody to episode number 560. 560 of the podcast. Hi everybody. Phenomenal episode for you all today. Of course, you know, if you want to keep in touch with me, find out where all the episodes are on your favorite platform, buy some swag, or just join my Discord. Castingfor2.com is a perfect place to do that. Also, I'm on Blue Sky, so go ahead and give me a follow there, trying to build that up because, you know, because reasons. But yeah, and I hope everybody's doing well and staying positive, staying safe, and fighting the good fight, of course. My guest today is a phenomenal actress, writer, director, human being, just a lovely person. Tricia Collins is on the podcast, and we just had a lot of fun chatting just about acting, directing, and I'm you know me, I love directors, I love actors, I love writers, I love people. So I had a very lovely chat with Tricia, and certainly I can't wait to have her back on the podcast in the future. But until then, why don't we get into this episode, all right? So everybody sit back, relax, and, I don't know, grab some popcorn. And Tricia, take it away. And, you know, I'm super excited to chat with you. I haven't had a chat in a bit because of the holidays and then work stuff. So I'm super excited to get back into the swing of things. And, yeah.
Cool.
So if I have a brain fart, I apologize in advance.
Okay. I'll have a couple myself. So
Perfect. I love that. But no,
I
I
hope
mean,
not. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Let's see.
yeah, you know what? Hopefully I get them. You can just send them on to me. I'll be fine with that.
Okay. You do it for me.
But so I'm very curious when it comes to learning a particular skill. In your case, when did you get bit by the acting bug?
Oh, I would say when I was in high school, I watched Othello,
Mm.
and probably the first theater I had watched live. And there's a scene, well, the scene where he murders Desdemona, the love of his life,
Hmm.
and he's so broken. But it was awful. But I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to make people feel what I'm feeling by watching this. So then, yeah, after that, and then I did a play, and then a bit more, and then writing. I've always written, like I used to write poetry around then, and then that graduated to plays. Yeah, and then that's when it started.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I love that. Um, yeah, I love whenever somebody goes, I just want to make people feel things, you know, good, bad, you know, whatever. Like just bring them into you. I love that.
hmm
I feel like
yeah,
that, like, I feel like, and again, not to generalize anything, but I feel like that sometimes gets lost on actors where they're just like, I come in, say the lines in, out, bada bing, bada boom, let's go.
yeah,
Versus somebody who's like, no, let's make them feel things.
yeah. Or it's about what they're feeling, and
Yes.
then not about what we're feeling, or the
Yes.
story, what's bigger than them. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of the show, The Traitors?
No, I haven't.
So it's
Is it a
kind
comedy? Is it a comedy?
no, it's kind of like a reality TV show kind of thing where a group of people have to figure out who amongst them is a traitor.
Oh, okay.
It's hosted by Alan Cummings. It's, it's like a leave on in the background kind of show. But I'm watching it with my girlfriend, and I'm always just kind of thinking, ooh, if this were me, I would, take myself out of the equation. My girlfriend's just, why? Because it would serve the story a lot better. And she's just looking at me like, oh my gosh, what a nerd. But I mean, yeah, sometimes, stories what matters.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like that with acting sometimes because I
Mm.
direct as well.
Yes, yeah.
So like I'll be doing both. I'll be writing, acting, and directing, and then but sometimes I'm like, no, I just cannot act in this. It has to be this story. I gotta honor it in the right way.
Hmm.
Um, I'm like, let me step away and put. Let me step away. But
No, I love.
yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and so you mentioned the acting, and then you started writing. When and now you just mentioned directing. When did directing just? I feel like it's kind of a natural progression, but when did
I think
you officially say, "I want to direct this"?
it's weird. I never did. It snuck up on me,
Mm.
and then film projects, they
Hmm.
would come to me despite me not really wanting to do it.
Yeah.
I just want to act. And then when it happened, I was like, this totally makes sense for
Mm.
my brain. Like many things going on, integrating all of it and putting it into one story or one piece, one project. Like
Hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. And I should do more of this. Not that I want and then now I'm like, yeah, no, I do love it. It's like I'm in the pocket when I'm doing it. I'm really like um overall telling the story and making fast decisions.
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
that. Efficiency while you're in the process. So when did that happen? In my I did a master's at Metropolitan University. Had to choose what project.
Hmm.
So I made a mini documentary and a narrative. It was my first one. Was
Oh,
Reach.
okay.
Um, yeah.
There's
Really then.
there's there's nothing like problem solving in general, but I feel like there's an even bigger kick when you solve a problem on a film shoot where you like this problem does need to get solved within 30 seconds, and there's just like kind of a high that, okay, we did it, we're making this choice, we're going with it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when I've done it, that's the biggest like as gratification that I get. Like, yeah, we had this problem, and this is how we solved it, and we moved on.
Yeah. And not taking forever to like
Yeah,
ponder. You have to
yeah,
make a choice. And then that eliminates other choices. And then you can move forward. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like it's also a little bit of power, I feel like. Hey,
yeah,
make the call, make it now, and then you're like, yeah, intuitively sometimes. Um, yeah.
yeah. And so when you started doing the directing, did you feel that informed the acting and the writing part of your brain a little bit better?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Hmm.
Again, the whole story, thinking of it from the outside and thinking about, okay, who's the best person to tell this story? And obviously acting helps
Hello.
actors. I'm like, what? Well, you just have to know how they work.
Yeah. So I totally lost you for like 30 seconds there.
Okay, sorry, that probably is my internet. I'm
No.
on the island.
Oh, okay. Wait, which island?
Galliano Island? It's
Oh, okay, okay. I went to school on Vancouver Island.
oh
Yep, yep.
yeah.
I there's a lot of Canadian love over here. So
In Victoria or
yes, oh yeah, Victoria.
oh cool.
Yeah. So I just love it, and I understand that. Yes, sometimes island stuff is just kind of you're on borrowed time sometimes, all the time.
I hope it's okay. It
Yeah,
seems to be more stable than cell phones
yeah.
on this particular island, but yeah.
But no, I love all of that. And I'm just kind of curious. You do the writing, the directing, the acting. Is there something that because a lot of that stuff can be taxing. Is there moments when you're like, okay, I just want some chill time? What do you do to just kind of uh, take it easy, reset the creative brain, just have some you time? Is there something you like to do?
I do jujitsu,
Oh, okay.
which I don't know if that's restful, but it's like I put a lot of energy into it and I love it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a bit obsessed with it.
When,
So that's what I try to do.
I love that. When did you start doing it?
I started over a year ago.
Oh,
I had some injuries, one carpal tunnel from typing a lot, which
hmm.
I've remedied. Um, so I'm just on the verge of my blue belt, but I'm still a white belt. So it's pressure because once you go up a belt, then it's game on a little bit more. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, again, I love that. I don't have a whole lot of regret in my life, but if, when I was younger, I was in karate and I was working my
mhm.
way up the belts, and I quit to go do football. But part of me always just thinks, what happens if I just kept with it? Would I like? I don't know, but yeah, I'm fascinated with all of that, and my mom. I forget what she does, but I know she's taking some classes right now for
All right.
for to help her back and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, more power to you.
Yeah, it's funny. Like it even like on the one hand you could get injured,
Yeah,
but then on the other hand you feel good and you're using certain muscles, so it's sometimes it's better to just do it and get through it. But that's awesome that your mom's doing that.
yeah.
And
I
that
out of nowhere, I was just, you go, mom. I'm never gonna not support you. But yeah, I did not see that coming. And but yeah, she's been doing it for a couple months, and yeah, she loves it. So uh, I feel like, especially with those type of things, activities, there's a certain level of discipline, but also like I don't. You can correct me if I'm just making this up or if I'm just guessing. A sense of body control.
yes.
Okay, okay. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I'm fascinated with all of it. So that's super cool that you're doing that. Um, are there times whenever you're just kind of, again, I know I said that you kind of turn your brain off, but are there times where you're doing that your jujitsu, and then all of a sudden, oh man, I have this idea for a script?
Yes. A like a fight scene or action movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
you know what? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Have you've seen Jackpot?
uh
Aquafina.
yes,
Uh,
yes, I have the John Cena one. Yeah.
John Cena. So
Yeah.
in that movie, there's this smaller stunt uh, actor,
Hmm.
um, and she goes to my gym. She's just started,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh my God, we have to do something. Like we're gonna have to make this ass kicking movie where she's pretty like petite, but I just want to see her like take down some big dude and like figure out a story to go with it.
Yeah.
But so that's an idea that popped in my head.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, look, I promise I won't take that idea. That's totally yours. Yeah, I won't develop that any further than like so.
Unless you put us in it or help let me direct.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Deal. Fine. I'll do that. No. Uh, but and so there's a question that I love asking people, and there's never a right or wrong answer. But in your case, somebody who does directing and writing and acting, I'm very curious to you. And again, no right or wrong answer. Um, what makes a perfect role?
The flaws.
Oh.
maybe the perfections and imperfections,
Hmm.
and thinking about what people have to go through, struggles, and overcoming them. If possible, sometimes they don't, they tank.
Hmm.
Um, those are the most, certain characters that you see around you. A lot of people don't share what's going on inside, or
Hmm.
sometimes they have things from the past they don't want to talk about, but all of that fuels and feeds who they are now and the choices they make in the moment. So I love knowing more about people,
Hmm.
and then kind of figuring out what's an interesting human being, and then how can they do that, tell the story or convey experience to others when we watch what they do in a story.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time when I guess this is more geared towards acting, but I guess also writing? You've just had a difficult moment getting inside a character's headspace.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, things you can't access. Let me think about it. Sometimes I found when I was like doing more theater, I remember when I could get the voice, like
Mm-hmm.
the vocal quality, I knew that I got the person, the
Mm-hmm.
character. So it would be a struggle. I'm like, how do I get into this? Who is this person? And then, but when I could speak like them, which is ironic because I was very shy when I was a kid and I didn't like to talk much, but when I could vo have that voice of whoever they are, like the other pieces would fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that was a little bit of an obstacle trying to figure out how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Do I do their body, their like character body? Do I go in through the, psychology? Um, but yeah, I found if I landed that, then the other parts would happen.
Okay. Okay. And it's more than just like doing an impression or lowering or hiring your pitch. It's more like getting the vocabulary and all that down.
I see the essence of the
Essence.
person,
Okay. Okay. Are you?
the character.
I am somebody who watches a lot of SNL, and I totally
Oh
get
yeah.
like the impression, like just kind of saying one word and then it just kind of snaps you in there. And it's partly why I love SNL. It's just kind of selfishly they've already figured out the impressions, so I can just kind of hop in there and the work's already been done, so I'll just take it and run with it. So
Mhm.
um,
I love it. I love it. I love it too because they know who they are so
yeah,
well when they put character into it, or yeah, impression, or um, I love that. Yeah,
and
and then
so oh no, sorry.
when they crack,
um
like when they break, and you're like, ah, it's the actor.
it's I've been so happy with all because SNL's in the 50th their 50th year, and so out comes all this SNL tribute videos and documentaries and stuff, and I've just been a kid in a candy store and watching all of it, and yes, seeing actors who are super in depth like Will Ferrell or Kristen Wiig, like even going back like Phil Hartman. They're just so in it, and watching them break is I don't know. It's there's an electricity when that happens. Um, but yeah, it's I love it. I love it. But for the people at home who like to keep up with you online, follow you, get jujitsu lessons, where can they do all that?
Mostly I'm on Instagram. Um, I have a website, triciacollins.com, but I am Tricia Collins Wins. That's my
Mm,
handle.
yes.
I'm
Yes.
trying to win. I'm always winning. We all want to win. So that's me on Insta. And yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Trisha, thank you so much for chatting with me. I really enjoyed this, and anytime you want to come on back and talk more, I would love it.
Okay. Thank you so much
Thank
as
you,
well.
and you have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep staying safe and healthy. Okay.
Okay, you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.